Imagine this, getting approved for over $200,000 in a business line of credit with Chase Bank without wasting any time or guessing what they're looking for, because that's what I'm going to help you with. Because in today's lesson, we're going to break down how we got one of our clients this actual line of credit with the credit requirements and business details, along with so much more. So what I want you to do is go grab your pen and paper, and without further ado, let's dive in. All right, ladies and gents, business owners, whoever's, really watching this, I just want to let you know right now, I'm going to be giving you a lot of information in this video detailing what the client actually had to go through to get this business line of credit. Some things you probably did know, some things you probably did not know, because Chase has a lot of requirements when it comes to certain business banking products, okay? Understand they did go through our relationship managers and a few other things, but all the other business, data points I'm going to give you straight out so you could possibly do the same exact thing. You might not get 200,000. Hopefully you do. You might get 100,000, 150, depending on how your business is set up. But I just want to let you know that for, pretty much a disclaimer, okay? But let's go ahead and get into what the Chase business line of credit is actively looking for. But before we actively get into the strategy itself, I want to break down, what the Chase business line of credit actively is. It's in a revolving account, and it's similar to a credit card, okay? But it's just, made for your business in other aspects. So you only borrow what you need, and you only pay interest on what you use, okay? And once you pay it down, the credit becomes available again and again and again. So it's kind of like a hybrid between a loan and a credit card, if you say that. So if your business has ups, which I know it will, and then downs or seasonal growth, a business line of credit is kind of going to give you that flexibility of when you need to use it and when you don't need to use it. So just keep that in mind. But let's now talk about the Chase internal funding rules, okay? Always understand this and keep this in the back of your mind. Usually Chase allows a maximum exposure of $250,000 before they start requiring any more documentation. Okay, so once you're getting close to that limit, Chase will likely ask for 2 to 3 months of, business bank statements, even though they already have them, but, business bank statements if you're using any other location, 2 or 3 years of business tax returns, balance sheets, profit and loss statements, and sometimes even more. But here's the thing, you don't always need these to get approved with them. But if you have them, it can always boost your chances, okay? I'm talking about tremendously. And again, guys, when I say that, it doesn't mean that you have to show on paper you make $6 million, okay? It doesn't mean that. But if you do have these business tax returns, you're organized, this can always help. So by saying that, I'm talking about as if, let me try to give you an example. Let's say, you have a business credit card that's $50,000. You have another business card that's $50,000. It's already $100,000 right there. Okay, let's say you have a personal loan of $50,000 or something that's $150,000. Okay, so getting $250,000 or $200,000 in a business line of credit with Chase requiring limited documentation is kind of, I wouldn't say impossible, but don't look for that, okay? They're going to start asking for way more reasons of why they need to loan you more, capital and things of that nature, okay? So that's what I actively mean as far as the $250,000 before they say, hang on, let me see what you've been doing lately. Next, let's talk about the personal credit profile, because that's what really helped my client get approved for this business line of credit. When it comes to your personal credit, you want at least a 730 to 750, guys. Lower scores can, of course, work. I'm saying that, but 750 or higher give you your best odds. And the reason why I'm giving you that number is because my client had a 750, okay? You want to keep your utilization between 3 and 9%. All right. I always tell people, below that 10%, and this shows right here, you want that 3 to 9%, which is really going to help. I'm talking about on each card that you have. So that means if you have $100,000 in credit, you're only using $3,000 to $9,000 of it showing on your credit report. When it comes to the credit history, it should be at least 5 years, okay? And the older the accounts are, the better. It shows, more seasonality, and it shows that you can still be responsible over a course of time. You need to have at least one credit card on the personal side of $10,000 or better as far as a credit limit. $25,000 would be even better, okay? Because my client had $25,000 approval. She had at least 3. Even with all that being said, for the comparable credit, you still need to have no negatives. So that means no late payments, no collections, charge-offs, bankruptcies, you name it, okay? Now, here's another gem that I just want to give you. Already having a personal credit card with Chase, it isn't required, but I promise you, I'm I'm betting that it does help. This is the second time I got somebody approved for a business line of credit, and each one of them had the Sapphire Preferred card. And I don't know what it is about that card, but if you show that you're already showing, some type of relationship on the personal side, that really helps you with the business line of credit. Now, I'm not 1000% accurate on that, but like I said, it's been working. So if you continue to do it, it possibly might work for you. It doesn't hurt to do it, okay? But with all that being said, let's go ahead and talk about, what Chase wants to see on the business side, because yes, they're going to look at your business. The first thing that you need to understand as far as the Chase business relationship, you need to open up a business checking account. Okay, this isn't one of those things. Even though you can apply for it online, you still need to have that business checking account. This is a non-negotiable, especially if you want no doc business line of credit from them. You can at least establish a relationship on the business side as well. Quick break. I hope that you're enjoying the video, but this could change your business forever. If you're a business owner that's trying to scale, I got some free gifts for you. First up, we have our credit bootcamp. Video trainings where I personally walk you through how to access up to $150,000 in capital, step by step. No fluff, don't worry about it, and straight game. I usually reserve some of the information that I gave you here just for my private clients. And I'm also adding more. Plus, I'm dropping a free inquiry removal kit, okay? This is the exact system that you can use to delete hard inquiries in 48 hours flat. It's all 100% free. The only thing that's gonna cost you is your email. That's it. Or you can click the link below to sign up for our free capital consultation where I can help you gain up to $300,000 in capital. So again, click the link below and grab it now. But enough about that, let's get back to the video. So if you don't have the account set up yet, stop what you're doing and open it up today, okay? And the next thing I need you to do is show consistent revenue. Ideally, you want to show, just starting out that $2,000 coming in every single month. The reason why I say $2,000 is because to open the account and not have no fees attached to it is, the minimum requirement of $2,000. You have to keep that in the account at all times, okay? So just start out. If you don't have any revenue, at least have $2,000 coming in every single month, however you do it, okay? Just however you do it. The next thing you need to understand is you have to have a Chase merchant account, okay? And that's pretty much where the $2,000 is gonna have to funnel through. This isn't just telling your homeboy down the street that has an LLC, I'm gonna send you $2,000, send it to me so it looks like, no, this isn't that. You have to have a Chase merchant account. All right. And once you have that and you actually have the money funneling through the merchant account, now you're starting to build even more internal data points and establish that relationship the correct way to set yourself up to get the business line of credit. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering, why in the world do I need a merchant account if I already have the business account and I try to funnel money through it the right way, yada, yada, yada. I don't understand why Chase is any different. The reason why is because it's their bank and they can do whatever they want to do, okay? And then on top of that, when it comes to the business line of credit, the reason why it's no docs, from what I've noticed, I'll let you in on a little secret. The reason why it's no docs is because they can already see the amount of money you're funneling through in the merchant account. So those are all the documentation that you need right there. Okay. So a lot of times they'll give you what you're already having on your documents in a breakdown as far as what's coming in through the merchant account. But I'll explain a little bit more of that later on in the video. But I just wanted to, just tell you that. The next thing we need to understand is business age. Okay. The business age does matter. You need a minimum of 2 years. That is pretty much a sweet spot. 3 years or more does kind of increase your chances, but Chase is just really looking for that relationship, okay? You really want to have that before anything. The next thing that you need to understand is, do you have a business savings account with them? Any CDs, personal loans, mortgages, auto loans, retirement accounts? I don't care. I don't care what you do. Just establish that relationship on both sides to make sure that they feel comfortable approving you with large limits, okay? I know it's a lot of stuff to do. You want $200,000 in a business line of credit, you got to do all these qualifications. So don't pout, just get it done. Now, with all that being said, here's another gem that I want to give you: business credit utilization. All right. Now, here's some people often forget, okay? Your business credit utilization definitely matters when it comes to getting this business line of credit. You have to keep it under 50%. And if your business credit cards with them are maxed out and Chase sees that, they see you as a risk. And they're going to either limit you and give you a very small amount where it doesn't hurt them, or they'll just flat out deny you. And I already know a lot of you are saying, well, from what I've learned and from what I see, it doesn't show up on the personal side, blah, blah, blah. And Chase really doesn't, but blah, 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 blah. It does not matter, ladies and gents. We're talking about any business credit card you have with them. And don't forget, it's not invisible. There are certain locations that not even you, just these business entities and lenders can go to really see what you actively have on the business side. Okay? So understand, if you have a Chase credit card, make sure it's under 50%. It's not maxed out and you're just paying the minimum balance. Okay? You can still do that where it doesn't pop up on your personal account, but we're talking about you getting ready for a business line of credit. You got that? Cool. Now let me walk you through how our client actively got over $200,000 in an approval. Okay? So here's what they had. When it comes to the personal credit score, again, just like I said earlier, they had a 750. All right. Utilization was 9% and over 5 years of clean credit history. They had nothing on their credit report. They did have the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card. That was with $20,000. And they had the Chase Business Checking Account and Merchant Deposits. Okay. 3+ years in business. I'm not saying they had to have 3+ years with Chase, but their business is 3 years. And here's the key part. They did provide documentation, okay? They did have tax returns, bank statements, and also different type of financials all ready to go. Chase didn't really ask for that because she wasn't in the threshold of the $250,000, but Chase pretty much felt confident to approve them for the beyond normal threshold. And that's how they got $200,000, okay? And I'm gonna be honest with you, even with the $2,000 limit flowing through the merchant account, I really would say you really want at least $20,000 to $50,000 rolling through that merchant account monthly before you could really start asking for $200,000. If you're only doing maybe like 5 to 10, I would say try to ask for maybe $20,000 to $50,000 of a business line of credit, but $200,000 isn't gonna come from just $2K running through your merchant account, just to tell you right there. But now, if you don't meet all these requirements yet, don't panic, because here is your roadmap again. You're going to open the business checking account, step 1. Step 2, you're going to start processing at least $2,000 or more through the Chase merchant account every single month, ladies and gents. And step 3, improve your credit score while you're doing this. You want to get over a 750, 730 to 750, that's really what I would say. And then step 4, lower your personal credit utilization to under 10%. I'm not done. Step 5, you're going to build that relationship with Chase, the business savings, personal loans, business loans, whatever you can, business credit cards for real. And then step 6, you're going to gather all the documentation that you have. If you haven't been in business that long, you don't have any business tax returns, it's okay. You still want to stay up under that threshold of $250K. They'll ask for limited docs. They'll just check your merchant account to see what you can actively be approved for. If you do all of this, you will be able to get at least $30,000 to $200,000 in a business line of credit, okay? That's why I always try to be honest with you guys as far as how things work and not just make some fancy schmancy, video just to help you out. But if you use all of this information correctly, you'll get, a really respectful business line of credit to help you start or scale your business. And now, if all of you are watching this video and some of you are like, I'm a business owner, I really need this business line of credit, or I just need capital for my business just to get started, but I really don't know actively how to do it, then don't worry, I got you, because I help business owners, most likely and most definitely real estate investors, help get approved for business funding day in and day out. What I can do for you is the same thing that I did for my client right here. Get you approved for $200,000 or more in business capital to start or scale your business. So what I want you to do is click the link below right now to schedule a capital consultation with us so we can see if you'll be a good fit for us, so we can help you get the capital you deserve. Again, click the link below and we can schedule that call to help you get going. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I really hope this helps you, and I really hope it kind of sheds some light on actively how to get the business line of credit, because again, there's so much information out there. Sometimes you don't know what to do, but if you follow these steps, you'll be able to get a business line of credit approval. Again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen.